In 1959, a group of 10 experienced hikers set out to conquer the icy slopes of the Ural Mountains in Russia. This was no ordinary expedition. It was a journey that required immense preparation, skill, and determination. The Ural Mountains, with their treacherous terrain and unpredictable weather, were known to challenge even the most seasoned adventurers. Their goal to reach Otorten, a mountain known to the indigenous Mansi people as Dead Mountain. The Mansi, who had lived in the region for centuries, held deep respect and fear for this peak, believing it to be a place of great spiritual significance and danger. The name itself, Dead Mountain, hinted at the peril that awaited those who dared to venture there. The group, led by Igor Dyatlov, was filled with the spirit of adventure and eager to test their skills in the unforgiving wilderness. Dyatlov, a passionate and experienced hiker, had meticulously planned the route and ensured that every member of the team was well prepared. The team consisted of university students and graduates, all of whom shared a love for the outdoors and a thirst for adventure. They were young, they were strong, and they were prepared for the challenges ahead. Each member of the group brought unique skills and strengths, from navigation and survival techniques to camaraderie and resilience. They knew that the journey would test their limits, but they were confident in their abilities and their bond as a team. Little did they know, their journey would become one of the most enduring mysteries of the 20th century. As they ventured deeper into the mountains, they encountered harsh weather conditions that tested their endurance and resolve. Despite their experience and preparation, the group faced unforeseen challenges that would ultimately lead to their tragic and mysterious fate. The story of the Dyatlov Pass Incident continues to captivate and intrigue as researchers and enthusiasts seek to uncover the truth behind what happened on that fateful expedition. The hikers, facing worsening weather conditions, set up camp on the slopes of Kolatsyakal, a mountain near Otorten. On the night of February 1st, something strange occurred. The group, usually meticulous about documentation, failed to make their usual diary entries. Even more baffling, they abandoned their tent in a panicked rush, cutting their way out from the inside rather than using the entrance. They fled into the freezing night, inadequately dressed for the sub-zero temperatures and leaving behind their belongings, including food, supplies, and even their shoes. Weeks turned into months, and the mystery of the missing hikers deepened. Search parties were dispatched, desperate to find any trace of the group. Finally, on February 26th, their tent was discovered, ripped open from the inside. The discovery was chilling, and the scene inside the tent only added to the enigma. The hikers' belongings were scattered, and there were signs of a struggle. What had frightened them so badly that they fled into the night? As the search continued, the bodies of the hikers were found scattered across the mountainside, a sight that sent chills down the spines of the search and rescue teams. The vast, snow-covered expanse seemed to stretch endlessly, making the task of locating each body a daunting challenge. Some of the bodies were found much further away from the tent than initially thought possible, given their hurried departure. It was as if they had been running from something, but what could have driven them to such extremes in the dead of night? The cause of death for the first few bodies discovered appeared to be hypothermia, a tragic but not uncommon fate for those lost in such harsh conditions. The frigid temperatures and relentless wind would have quickly sapped their strength and will to survive. This explanation made sense, given the frigid conditions. The biting cold and unforgiving environment were enough to claim the lives of even the most experienced hikers. However, as more bodies were found, a more disturbing picture began to emerge. The search teams were not prepared for the grim discoveries that lay ahead. Some of the hikers had suffered severe internal injuries, including fractured skulls and broken ribs. These injuries were not consistent with a simple fall or the effects of hypothermia. Strangely, there were no external wounds to match the severity of the damage. The absence of visible injuries only deepened the mystery, leaving investigators baffled. The force required to inflict such injuries seemed impossible for a human to generate. It was as if an unknown and powerful force had acted upon them, leaving no trace of its presence. The investigators were left with more questions than answers. What could have caused such devastating internal injuries without leaving a mark on the outside? Theories began to circulate, ranging from avalanches to secret military tests, but none seemed to fit the evidence perfectly. An avalanche could explain the forceful impact, but there were no signs of one having occurred. The idea of secret military tests was intriguing, but there was no concrete evidence to support it. The mystery only deepened as more details came to light. Among the personal belongings found at the site was a journal kept by one of the hikers. The entries detailed their journey, their struggles, and their hopes. The last entries, however, hinted at something unsettling. They spoke of strange lights in the sky and an overwhelming sense of dread. Could these strange lights have something to do with the hiker's fate? The idea seemed far-fetched, but in the absence of a better explanation, it couldn't be ruled out. The eerie atmosphere described in the journal entries added another layer of mystery to the already perplexing case. The investigators pored over the journal, hoping to find a clue that would unlock the mystery. But the more they read, the more questions they had. The case of the unexplained injuries remained unsolved, a haunting reminder of the dangers that lurk in the unknown. As the search teams continued their work, the snow-covered mountains held onto their secrets. The story of the hikers and their unexplained injuries became a chilling tale, a puzzle that may never be fully solved. The mountains stood silent, a testament to the enduring mystery that still captivates and confounds those who dare to seek the truth. Section 5, the avalanche theory. This theory has intrigued and puzzled researchers, enthusiasts, and the general public for decades. The Dyatlov Pass Incident remains one of the most mysterious and debated events in modern history. Theories about what happened to the Dyatlov group have proliferated over the years. From the plausible to the outlandish, each theory attempts to explain the tragic fate of the 9 experienced hikers who ventured into the Ural Mountains in 1959. One of the most prevalent theories is that the hikers were caught in an avalanche. Avalanches are powerful and unpredictable natural events that can occur without warning, sweeping away everything in their path. This would explain their panicked flight from the tent and some of their injuries. The theory suggests that the group, sensing the imminent danger of an avalanche, cut their way out of the tent and fled into the freezing night, inadequately dressed for the harsh conditions. However, some experts argue that the terrain and snow conditions at the time wouldn't have supported an avalanche of sufficient size to cause such devastation. The slope of the mountain was not steep enough, and the snow accumulation was not significant enough to trigger a large-scale avalanche. Additionally, the location of the bodies and the lack of damage to the surrounding area seemed to contradict this theory. The bodies were found at varying distances from the tent, some with severe injuries, while others appeared to have succumbed to hypothermia. The tent itself was partially buried in snow but not crushed, which would be expected in the aftermath of an avalanche. Historical records and photographs from the investigation show that the tent was cut open from the inside, indicating a hasty escape. The footprints leading away from the tent were relatively undisturbed, suggesting that the group left in a controlled manner rather than being swept away by an avalanche. Modern-day researchers have used advanced technology and simulations to study the snow patterns and terrain of the Dyatlov Pass. These studies have provided valuable insights, but have also raised more questions. Some simulations suggest that a small, localized avalanche could have occurred, but it still doesn't fully explain all the anomalies. The avalanche theory remains one of the most discussed and debated explanations for the Dyatlov Pass incident. While it offers a plausible scenario for the group's sudden and desperate actions, it leaves many questions unanswered. The mystery of what truly happened on that fateful night continues to captivate and confound those who seek to uncover the truth. Section 6. The infrasound hypothesis. Another theory suggests that the hikers may have been affected by infrasound low-frequency sound waves that can cause feelings of disorientation, panic, and even physical discomfort. It's possible that strong winds blowing over the mountains created infrasound, leading the hikers to believe they were in danger and causing them to flee their tent in a state of terror. This theory could explain their irrational behavior, but it doesn't fully account for the severe injuries some of them sustained. Section 7. Paranormal activity. The strange circumstances surrounding the incident have also fueled speculation about paranormal activity. Some have suggested that the hikers stumbled upon a secret military testing ground or encountered something unexplained and otherworldly. The lack of concrete evidence and the highly speculative nature of these theories make them difficult to prove or disprove. Section 8. The Mansi Legend. The indigenous Mansi people, who have lived in the Ural Mountains for centuries, have their own legends about the area where the hikers died. Some stories speak of malevolent spirits inhabiting the mountains, capable of driving people mad or leading them to their deaths. While these legends add an eerie layer to the mystery, they are difficult to reconcile with the scientific evidence. Section 9. The mystery endures. Despite numerous investigations and countless theories, the Dyatlov Pass Incident remains one of the most perplexing unsolved mysteries of our time. The lack of definitive answers continues to fascinate and frustrate researchers and armchair detectives alike. The tragedy serves as a chilling reminder of the power of the unknown and the unforgiving nature of the wilderness. The Dyatlov Pass, now forever linked to this haunting tale, stands as a testament to the enduring power of mystery. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more intriguing mysteries.